We're talking Mario Kart 64, which was released in North America in February of 1997. That is almost 28 years ago, for those keeping score.
Gross.
And it was originally, by the way, supposed to be a launch title, but they couldn't figure out the 3D graphics in time. Did you know that?
That I did not know. And I have a lot of research on this game as well from other podcasts we were doing on Generation S. So I have a fair amount of stuff to give to.
Nice. Awesome. Well, and I want to kind of dive into the fun facts, but before that, I mean, we got to share. This is one of those games where everyone's got their story for Mario Kart, what their memories were. So for you, Lou, because you were an N64 owner, but what was your first memory of playing this game? Do you remember?
Yes. This is one of the really vivid memories of playing a game is at a friend's house in the summer. So what year did this come out? Came out in 97?
Yeah.
Came out in
February 97, so you would have had...
So we're probably saying summer of 98. So
okay.
at a good age, 12 years old. Just that entire summer, the guy had his family had an in-ground pool, so it was like every week I was over there, and it would be pool, and then when you had to come out and eat, you'd eat, and then you go play Mario Kart, then you go back to the pool. It was like every day I was over, Mario Kart was played.
So I'm kind of this. So a lot of games from this era, especially Nintendo 64, I associate with summer and coming back from the pool. So very similarly. So I played it at my friend's house in fourth grade a few times. This is actually the friend that I also first played Street Fighter for the first time, and he had Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. So I had played it on that, and so when I got Mario Kart 64, I'm like, oh wow, like it blew my mind. Or when I played it, but anyway, so. Point being, when I would go stay at my cousin's house down where I live now, funnily enough, in Georgia, they had a Mario, they had a Nintendo 64, they had Mario Kart, and we would kind of do the same thing. They had the neighborhood pool. We would go swim in the pool. We'd come back in our towels all totally soaking up my aunt's carpet.
Yep.
We'd usually have, Capri Suns or whatever, and a bowl of chips, and we would just play Mario Kart over and over again. And other games too, but that was the main one we played, and it was incredible. It's one of those games that is so tied to many of our generation's core memories, right?
Yes.
This game sets off so many sensory memories, and not just visual. You're playing the game, and funnily enough, so for the podcast, you'll hear that sound effect that I played, which so Luke, because you haven't heard it yet, I'm using the startup of the first race in the game for our little transition sound effect this time. And just hearing that, I'm like, oh my God. That sound effect brought back the smell of the pool and the feeling of the itchy carpet on my wet bathing suit. So many things tied to this game among other N64 games.
Sitting on the bed on the towel, but your ass is that uncomfortable, itchy, wet.
Yes. It's not chafing, but it's oh God, I wish I'd brought a change of clothes.
Yes, exactly.
But of course you didn't, because you're like, nah, I'm fine. I'm not a sissy. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm about. And then, you race a few times, and you jump back outside in the, in the pool.
Or you wait for the thunderstorm to go by. Let's go play Mario Kart.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If it's raining outside, you're inside playing N64. Now, in my case, to be honest with you, most of my races were one-on-one. I never really had a lot of four-player experiences with Mario Kart, but that was the big selling point, especially over the original Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart, is that it was 4 players, and you could have 4-player races, which were insane. But for you, was that the norm? Did you often have?
Mostly just me and the friends playing it. Because I felt like it was more fun that way, because if it was 3, it was 3-on-3. At least if it was, just me and a friend, you had the computer involved too.
Right.
But that got a little annoying as we got older. We realized and learned what the terminology was of, why they kept coming back so easily, the carts of the computer.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, well, and here's the thing, too, just going back to the 4-player mode. While it was really cool in concept, how many people had a TV bigger than 32 inches back then? Right?
This kid did.
Oh, really? Oh, he's one of those?
He had, his yeah. He was the kid that had, it's funny because you're coming up, I was thinking about what games, on my emulator do we have to play? Yeah. Because it's difficult to even emulate, or it's not even worth downloading a TurboGrafx 16 emulator. Because this kid had it, and I played something on it. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, I did play a TurboGrafx 16 back in the day.
He had all of it, man.
He had all of it.
Yep. So we all had that one friend that had all the video game systems.
He had the big screen TV, like the vinyl front. You know,
the super flat with like the speakers right down underneath.
Yes, that if you were off to the left or the right, you couldn't see.
Couldn't see it. Yep, you had to sit dead on. None of my friends had anything that big. So for me, if we were playing on like an 18-inch 4 players, that sucked. Like I hated it. So I didn't mind just having 2 players. Is my point. Because otherwise you couldn't, especially if you're playing like, and we'll do this in a future episode, but like GoldenEye, 4 players on a small TV sucks. It's terrible. These days, I've got my 65-inch here. One of my, I'm not trying to flex, but like I have one of like 2 65-inch TVs here. Like I could play split screen on if I wanted to, and it would be fine, I'm sure. But back in the day, absolutely not. You couldn't. So I just always thought that was kind of funny. Now, again, we talked about the fact that it's 4 players. They added a few more racers, so this time around you got Mario, Luigi, you got Bowser, you got Toad, or in your case Todd. That's what you always call him.
Todd, yes.
You got Todd, Yoshi, Princess Peach, and they've added Donkey Kong, because DK Jr. was in the original, so this is Donkey Kong as you all know him, along with Wario, and then I guess DK and Wario were the only new ones, right? And then, because Bowser was already in there. Yeah. And they took away Koopa Troopa and DK Jr. So I guess it's the same amount of racers as before. They just swapped some out.
More iconic, this cast of characters. So speaking of, you mentioned the Todd thing. I'm surprised you remember that.
Of course.
Me and Dan Vorbeck, who's helped us on, or not say helped us, but on numerous of our shows, more in the beginning of the launch of Generation S. College and post-college, there were nights where we were just drinking and... it was just, we're not even gonna who wins first, who hits Todd the most, because his screams and there's something in the game, he has 2 screams when you hit him. There's a and then there's a which is very there is a rare alternate scream for Todd.
Yes. And oh god, yeah. And so that was your thing, was like, let's hit Todd. And it was in this game. It wasn't one of the later ones. It was Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, because he had his 60 and 64 still active.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing about this game, too, is just the legacy of the fact that you can pick up and play this game. I've tried making it a standard thing. I always forget to bring it up, so it's not yet. But, like, we talk about games that have aged on a scale of, like, Mickey Rourke to, like, Tom Cruise, as far as, like, it's, back in the day, sure, whatever. But, like, as it aged, it's really not that good. Like, Sonic 1 would be one of those that, like, it's really not fun.
Oh, really? It's not? Like, your 1 hour fucking rant about that game?
Yeah, go listen to Sonic the Hedgehog, the episode, and you'll hear what I really think about that game. And I was surprised, because I wasn't planning to feel that way.
I need to pick a game like that I just really...
Like, you thought you would love, and then you played, and you're like, fuck this game.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those games? Listen, if you're listening to this, and you have one of those fuck those games that you loved as a child, and you're like, no, this is not good, text us. Use the link. See, there you go. Interaction with the listeners. But
probably every WCW game on PlayStation.
Oh, on PlayStation, yeah. I was saying not on N64, because Revenge is... No, it's definitely a Tom Cruise.
Even World Tour aged very well, too.
Absolutely, yeah. They're the Tom Cruises in this discussion. I would say Mario Kart 64 is up there with the Tom Cruise category of 8. Like, you can easily pick up this game and play it, and it handles wonderfully. It plays beautifully. It's a very well-made game.
Well, I think what helps it is the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
Is, like, I've played the Wii version of Mario Kart. I played the Wii U for a cup of coffee. And, right, I mean, at this stage of my life, if I'm playing Mario Kart, I'm mostly playing it with my wife.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Wii U, it got too convoluted with the, what are they called? You're hovering or you're gliding and you're going through this and you're going through, I just want to play Mario Kart. I don't need that many bells and whistles. And I get it, Double Dash came out after this, and that's probably the biggest bell and whistle. But there's something basic, but not like basic, like, oh, this is like the first version of it.
No, that's what Super Mario Kart was in the Super Nintendo. That's one of those where it's like, I don't really ever have the nostalgia to go back and play Super Mario Kart, but I'll play this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Sonic 2 versus Sonic 1, going back to the Sonic comparisons. Like, I don't need to go back and play Super Mario Kart. I will absolutely play this anytime somebody offers.
Yeah. Yep.
And so, but let's talk about that, because there's, you mentioned it's simple, but there's some great features that kind of were staples for Mario Kart that honestly they've kind of gotten away from in a disappointing way with some of the later titles. So, for example, maybe you can. I don't think you can do it anymore. This game had versus mode where you could just do one-on-one.
Versus?
Versus?
He sounds so surprised.
He does.
Like, he just sounds like he's surprised. I always, in my brain, pictured Mario, like, in the cartridge.
Yeah.
And he's just waiting to say Mario Grand Prix.
Yeah.
And he picked versus. He's like, Mario versus? Like,
versus?
He's all surprised. Like, wow, you actually picked this.
Or for the real lonely kids, you hear time trial, because who the fuck ever did time trial? Not me. And if he did, I apologize.
Or if he had data, he's sounding all like professor, like data or data.
Data. Yeah. So anyway, no versus mode in the later Mario Kart games, and basically the difference is like you didn't have to race against 12 other racers, or 8. I guess it's 8 in this game. You could just do one-on-one or 2, like however many of your friends are playing with you, and it was just you 4. That was amazing because then you didn't have to worry about the computer.
That was more fun with if the rare occasion there were 2 or 3 extra friends hanging out.
Right.
That was more fun because you
Yes.
actually couldn't play that by yourself.
No, you can't. And so, like, because if you're playing one player, you got to do Grand Prix. And there's nothing wrong with Grand Prix, obviously. But if you want to just have your friends compete, that's the best way to do it. You don't have to worry about saying, oh, well, so-and-so, the computer knocked me out. No, it was one of these other friends that you're playing with that is the reason that you got hit by a blue shell.
There we go. Apparently, Dan's friends still sound like Bebop.
Yeah, those stupid friends, whatever. Anyway. So you had versus mode. We talked about time trial. I don't think I ever did it, to be honest with you. So
I did time trials on the Wii because that was how you unlock some characters.
Okay. So like that's how they force you to do it. Because there's no unlockables in this game other than I guess are there unlockables?
Yeah, the whole special cup.
See, that's the problem is I never owned it. So every time I played it at a friend's house, they already unlocked everything.
No,
so I never. Okay, and then there's also like 200cc mode or whatever.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, you had you didn't unlock any characters. You unlocked the special cup and things like that.
And then mirror mode, I remember, was something
Correct.
you could unlock.
Yep.
So you've got, let's see, so it's the mushroom cup, the flower cup, the star cup,
Yep.
and then the special cup.
Correct.
So you had 4 cups with 4 races each, so 16 courses. Which honestly, you look at like a Mario Kart game now, and shit, there's like 96 courses or something like that.
Mario Kart Wii is still my favorite version of it.
There's so many different courses, and they pull from all the different generations.
Exactly.
But this was before then, right? So I think Double Dash was the last Mario Kart game to just be all original tracks, right? Because I don't think Double Dash had any, like, throwback courses. Yeah. But this one, all original courses, many of which have since been ported over to a newer Mario Kart game, which is why we'll talk about games that scratch the itch. It'll be pretty obvious, but you had 4 cups, and every single. So let me ask you: did you have a favorite cup that you'd prefer to race on, where you had to race all 4 courses?
I mean, the mushroom cup was probably the one that everybody played the most. I would say that, and then just like you mentioned about the Wii and the GameCube version. One thing that did change after the GameCube version was the ability, if you're doing a Grand Prix, you don't have to do all 4 in that one.
You could just pick different ones.
Yeah, you could do it almost customized.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a feature of one of the newer Mario Kart games as well. If you do like the versus mode, where it's still all the racers, but you can pick and choose every time and change courses. It's not for a cup; it's just for score at that point. But yes, exactly. That's exactly right. It's bragging rights. So. But you had all these courses. So for me, honestly, my favorite is Special Cup. Like, I always loved DK's Jungle Parkway.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to remember. So DK Jungle Parkway, it was Yoshi Valley. And what I loved about Yoshi's Valley's course is that you didn't know who was in first place in that one.
Well, you kind of knew if you were driving and you get a lightning bolt.
Well, that's true. Well, you're not in last place, if that's the case.
You get a banana peel. Oh, I'm doing great.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, and that's... God, I know we're jumping kind of around. We always do this when we're excited. But, like, I love that in all Mario Kart games... If you are doing really well, you get the shittiest items. And you're almost like, I kind of want to fall back to 3rd or 4th to get a red shell just to feel alive or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Can I play the game, please?
Yeah. Well, even like green shells are rare to get when you're in first place. It's banana peels, and in the later games, it's coins. That's really all you get. You're never going to get anything fun. So
there's no coins in this game.
There's no coins in this one. You're right. Yeah. So in Super Mario Kart, you had coins, which helped your top speed.
Yeah.
And supposedly other things, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it was also if you didn't have any coins and you bumped into somebody, you spun
take
out.
their coins. Oh, okay, that's what it was. So you're basically weakened without having coins.
Yeah.
Which is almost like a Sonic trait if you think about it. But anyway,
Kind of is. Yeah. Never really thought of it that way.
You know, man, Mario doesn't have his energy by coins. It's literally just for extra lives. So, but in Mario Kart 64, they got rid of the coins and they didn't really replace them with anything. But they got more items out of the deal, right?
Yeah.
So most of the items are the same, by the way, between Mario 64 and Super Mario Kart. You got the red shell, the green shell. The difference now is you get the 3-pack of red shells and green shells. I don't think that was a thing in the original one.
It was
right?
not.
It was not. You got the banana peel, which is the same. You got the this time around, you got a fake question block, which I thought was genius.
Yeah.
You could. I always used to like hold it until I drove up into the cluster of them.
Everybody did. Yeah.
And see if you'd fall for it. And then you had the lightning bolt, which shrunk everyone. Again, that was from the previous game.
Mm-hmm.
The previous game had the feather, which just let you hop really high, which was good for like trying to do some shortcuts.
Yeah.
But that was basically it, right? It didn't do much other than that.
Correct.
And so that was gone. They took that out because really, again, in a 3D environment, you're not going to do much with a hop. Because that was the big thing with this. It was just 3D Mario Kart. And it did. It looked amazing. It was beautiful. I'm trying to think what else was in this particular game. There was a ghost, which the
Ghost was in the original too. Yep.
It was. Okay. And so what that would do would steal a random item from another player that you're racing against and make you invisible.
Yep.
And does that also mean you can't get hit by shells too?
Correct.
Okay.
Basically, in your mind, John Cena's theme song plays.
You become John Cena. There it is. Okay, that's all you have to say.
You also have the mushrooms and the unlimited mushroom, which both suck so bad.
The regular mushrooms are fine. I don't mind the regular mushrooms. The golden mushroom, where you just have to keep tapping it over and over again. I'm like, you literally look like you're having a
Here we go.
You're literally having a seizure. Like it's not. You're not. And that's what you're supposed to do, but you're not going faster. I feel it looks like you're going slower, even though you're not.
Well, that's because. Well, I mean, I was going to save it for a little bit later because of the rubber banding.
Okay,
mushrooms are utterly useless in this game.
Yeah, and that's fair. You're never going to get them when you're too far ahead, and when you're too far behind,
if you get it in second place and you get into first,
yeah, you're
gonna do a burst and they're gonna keep their distance from you. The rubber banding in this is.
I feel like it got worse with later games. I feel like in this one it's not as bad, but maybe.
Oh, I think I disagree. I think it's horrible.
Think it's worse?
I think this is the first time they did it.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So speaking of racers,
and the blue shell, the spike shell. Now, is it a blue shell or a spike shell?
I mean, why not both? Yeah, I would accept both. If that was a trivia question, I would accept both.
I say spike shell.
See, I say blue shell.
Okay.
I absolutely say blue shell because it's a blue shell, like.
But it also has spikes on it.
Okay, let me ask you this: if they decided to redesign it, and would you rather they change the color or take away the spikes, and you know what it means?
I'd rather them take away the color.
So if just having spikes. Actually, you know what? Shit, they should use like a spiny or something instead. You think about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, because there's no blue shell anywhere in any other Mario lore other than this game or this series of games. So yeah, that's a good point. That's fair. So what I love though about the racers is that I don't know if this was true in the Super Nintendo version, but like the racers actually matter in this one as far as acceleration and handling and like bulk. So like for example, Mario and Luigi are kind of your like well-rounded characters, are kind of just in the middle everywhere, which is how they are in every single like multiplayer game that they're in. And then you got lightweight characters like Peach, Toad, and Yoshi, who are light and like super fast, but they're not. They get knocked around pretty easily. That's the big thing with them. And then you've got Bowser, DK, and Wario, who are kind of the heavy hitters, the goons, if you will. If they were playing hockey, they'd be the enforcers, right? Where, their top speed is really great, but it takes a minute to get up to top speed. But it's why I always loved using Bowser. That was my guy, because not only I knew I was going to catch up, like I'm a good racer in the game, but then also if you're coming at people, especially like the Toads and the Yoshis, you're taking them out, you're knocking them over because it's like a demolition derby at that point. And so I loved Bowser in particular, but I guess technically DK and Wario probably played pretty similarly. It's just a matter of taste at that point. And I did, by the way, it's funny, you'd think, oh, your name is Dan Kemp, did you just pick Donkey Kong? No, I did not, but that was a nickname for me in elementary school. It was Donkey Kong. Did you have a favorite racer in this game?
Probably Luigi, because similar to what you said, DK, he had a big green L on his head, so.
Oh, and it's Lou. Yeah. Luigi. Okay.
Luigi.
Luigi, there it is. Yeah, so like a lot of my friends always loved Yoshi. Like I don't know, Yoshi's fine. He doesn't offend me, but like I just like they flock to Yoshi and Toad sometimes, but mostly Yoshi. Or like Peach. Beth always picks Peach whenever she plays.
I think every lady picks Peach because there's not really a lot of characters.
That's true. Not in the early ones anyway. Later on, there's quite a few.
Yeah, but. Daisy. I am Daisy.
Well, there's Daisy. There's Rosalina from the Mario Galaxy game. She's a badass. Yep. You've got Toadette. You've got of course all the. Come on. Yeah. What do you mean? Come on. She's a classic.
She's not a classic.
Whatever. At this point, she is.
Well, actually, no. She's in Double Dash. I would say Double Dash and older is classic.
Yeah, that's where they came out with all the gender swaps because you had to have more fucking racers to like do your double dashing. That was the point.
Can I tell you, I hate the baby stuff. The baby Mario, baby Peach, baby
I'm not
this,
a fan.
baby that.
Yeah, I think it's kind of stupid.
I think it's an anime thing.
My kids love it. I'll tell you this. Like,
well, then who gives a shit about us?
I know, right? Yeah, no, they're a fan of it. So
what was popped in my head was when Venkman in the movie goes, "But the kids love us."
But the kids love us.
That's
the just.
But the kids love us. But I hate it. But I'm paying for it.
Exactly. So, we talked about kind of favorite tracks, favorite racers. Did you have?
I didn't tell you my favorite track.
Well, I was going to say,
yeah.
I guess so I was going to say your favorite cup. What was your favorite track, though?
Oh man, is it Moo Moo Meadows or Moo Moo Farms?
What, like from the first cup, like the second
race? Yeah, I love Moo Moo Meadows.
Why?
I just like it. Oh, and Koopa Troopa Beach.
Oh, I love Koopa Troopa Beach.
Koopa Troopa Beach. I take that back. Koopa Troopa Beach.
I have a note on that one. That's one where like it benefits you to get in like fourth place and ride the fourth place until the end. Do you know why?
Shortcut?
The shortcut, absolutely the shortcut, where you basically ramp up that mountain and go through that cave, and like all of a sudden, now you do it early on, and then they're not going to catch up to you for the rest of the game. There's a very good chance that no one's going to catch up to you unless they have a star. That was the other item I forgot. There's a star in the game that makes you go faster.
How did we forget that?
I don't know. Yeah, it's a kind of, again, one of those staple items is a star. But I love Koopa Troopa Beach. I also love Rainbow Road, which again,
this is a wussy Rainbow Road though.
Well, because it's got railings on the side?
Yep.
Yeah, I will say, like, especially, like, I remember playing Double Dash with you, and, like, we were like, holy shit, this is a hard Rainbow Road.
Try playing the original, though.
The original's really hard,
That made you a fucking man.
Because it's narrow, and there's no railings, and it's all, yeah. This one was very tame. It was very long, though, so there was always opportunity to catch up to other people, and there wasn't a lot of, like, obstacles. It was pretty straightforward. But did you ever try the shortcut off of the first hill?
Everybody's tried that for the most part. But it did have obstacles. Had the barking cannonball dog.
Yeah, but he was easy to avoid for the most part.
He's confused, though. He's a cannonball that barks.
It's true.
He doesn't know what he is.
There's a lot of identity crises going on there. That's a good
point. Way to mess up the algorithm.
Oh, man.
All right, this is not going to be on your home list of a lot of our listeners now on YouTube.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's okay. But yeah, as far as Rainbow Roads go, it's definitely the most tame. It's one of the longer ones, though, which I think is like the thing about it is like it's known. I think it's the longest course in the game, honestly.
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah, and then with every race, you know the trick for every race, right?
Yeah, go.
So you hold down the gas pedal every time the light blinks before it hits green, and then if you do it right, you will accelerate. If you do it wrong, you'll spin out. So that's how you know it separates the men from the boys.
Bowser's Castle's another good one.
Oh, I like Bowser's Castle. They bring that one back in the new Mario Kart game.
I feel like that's in every Mario Kart game.
Well, they have a version of Bowser's Castle, but like this particular one, they bring back.
I feel like this one is in a lot of the.
Oh, maybe. I guess they've probably brought it back a couple times. Yeah. Bowser's Castle. There's a ghost. There's always like the staple levels too, right? So there's Bowser's Castle. There's always a ghost level. What else? There's
a generic Mario or Luigi raceway. Like I feel like the first level in every Mario Kart game is like a basic level race course.
It's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to. Just
it's
get
always
used to the controls.
And it's always a Mario or Luigi named.
They are the vanilla ice cream of the franchise, and
that's another one. Vanilla, the level with the penguins that run in circles.
Oh yeah, the Vanilla Lake or whatever it is.
Yeah,
the one where you have to like drift around the ice and then go in the cave with the bats, and they just it's insane. That one's a good one. Pisses. I used to be really good at that, and then all of a sudden, for some reason, I could never drift properly. I always tried drifting around the iceberg, like the corners, and I always fall in the water, and I get so mad because if you do that like twice, you are done. You're not gonna come back.
So my victory celebration for this level, or that level, excuse me, is if I know I'm going to win, man, I go all the way to the left and at an angle, and I go to the finish line and go right into the water, and I become an ice cube. And they love it. That's like a celebration. It's like a hockey celebration.
I love that, too, because, every time you fall off, you got Lakitu picking you back up and, just getting you back on track. Because that's the thing, if you fall or if you go off course too much or what, some of them were, like, weird. Like, you could just go off slightly and you'd stop and he'd have to put you back on the course. There's a couple of courses that a lot of people kind of sleep on and forget about, and I'm glad they kind of brought them back in the most recent DLC for the new Mario Kart. Mm-hmm. Is what's the one that's the railroad? I don't remember the name.
I was just thinking Calamari Desert.
Calamari Desert, yes. So that
no notes, folks.
Yeah,
no notes.
I don't think it's called Desert though. It's called Railroad, isn't it? Called the Calamari. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like the railroad's part of the name.
I feel like I should bring up some notes on this so I can get the names right. We don't
no, it's okay.
These guys don't know what they're talking about.
Listen, you know what? I have
it's more about a conversation than...
That's the point. Yes, we're reminiscing about this game. We're not doing homework necessarily. But anyway, that railroad level is always obscure. Choco Mountain's another one that I love.
I thought it was Cocoa Mountain. I hated that one. I hated that one.
What, because the rocks would fall on you and squish you?
Yeah, and for some reason, that was the one level I couldn't drive straight. I'm like, I'm going over a hill. I'll be fine. Nope, hit it.
So actually...
And then if you do the higher CCs, you lose the railings.
Yes, that's right. They make it harder, and you go faster, too, so you got less control. So, funny, as we're saying this, I remember the first course I ever raced in a Mario Kart game. And it wasn't the original, Luigi's Raceway or whatever. It was Wario Stadium.
Stadium.
Yeah, remember Wario Stadium? It was
Calamari Desert.
It was? Okay, well then I apologize. You're absolutely right.
And it was Moo Moo Farms, not Moo Moo Meadows. I think Moo Moo Meadows is in
the Wii version.
The Wii version.
Yep.
So I'll go through them quick.
Okay, yeah, let's just go through all of them.
How about a yay or a nay?
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
So going alphabetically.
Okay.
Banshee Boardwalk. Yay.
Yay. Yeah, absolutely yay.
Bowser's Castle. Yay.
Yay. Yep.
It is Choco Mountain.
Thank you.
I get a nay on that alone.
I'm going to say yay. I like that one.
DK's Jungle Parkway. It's a nay.
Double yay. One of my favorites.
Fun fact about that is the first emulator I ever got was from your brother.
Yeah.
On my original Xbox. There was a monstrous glitch on in that game. On that level, everything was double speed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
So it was like, it went ding, 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 and then you just took off and never stopped. And it's one of the hardest levels in the game. Now imagine doing it double speed.
Yes. Oh, and then there was always that ramp where you have to jump over the steamboat or whatever it is, and the paddle boat. And if you went too far, you'd go right in the water. You have to do it all over again. So you got to be cautious. But if you go just far enough, you're going to get ahead of people. That was a good one. Anyway, so okay, I'm going to say double yeah. It's one of my favorite courses.
Here we go. Frappe.
That's
Snowland?
the snow. I don't like the snow.
I don't like that one. That's a nay.
Yeah, that's a nay for me.
Calamari Desert. Yay.
Now it's yay because the newer version, especially. I'd say in the original, it's what's in the middle of yay and nay. A.
Meh.
I'm gonna give it a meh. I meh.
Koopa Trooper Beach is a
yay. Absolutely.
Luigi's Raceway, to me, it's just so iconic. That's the first
it's yay. Absolutely, it's a yay. That's the one I always put everyone on when they were first learning how to play.
Mario Raceway.
Yay. Yeah, I like that one.
Yay. I like that one. Moo Moo Farm, that's a yay.
Nah.
No?
Meh. Yeah, it's fine, but it's annoying.
I think about where you used to live when I think of Moo Moo Farm.
Yeah, so do I. So
is that what you're saying, Day?
It's meh. Yeah.
First time I went to Dan's house, folks, I got out of the car. There was a cow staring at me across the street.
It was a horse, for the record, but
same thing, same difference. A guy from Long Island was like, "What the fuck is this?" Rainbow Road.
I like it. You don't. Well, no, I thought
no, I do. I still do.
You like it? Okay. Yeah. Yay. I would agree.
Royal Raceway. I like. I love that level.
I love. 2. Well, because it's literally driving through the Mario 64 opening whatever because you got the castle. Do you ever do the trick with that one when you land that big jump?
Yeah, you go dun dun.
You can bounce it. And you time your jump and it actually puts you ahead pretty far.
Sherbertland. That's the one with the penguins.
So then what's the other one? Oh, okay, Sherbertland, I like that. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, wait. So the other one is, oh, man, me and Dan Vorbeck would kill each other when we used to play this.
Yeah.
Purposely, you would stay in the back because there's a huge hill and there's water underneath it,
That's right.
Get a lightning bolt and just mess everybody up.
And they fall right down.
Just mentioning that, he just got a nosebleed by me talking about that. Sherbertland, Todd's Turnpike. That was a cool level.
I liked it, and then we started playing it on mirror mode, and that.
Yes, I was gonna say
bad.
that's hard.
That's a hard one. It's one of those where once you get ahead, it's never a guarantee because you're going into oncoming traffic and you got these trucks just coming at you.
Great, I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so my least favorite level is next. Wario Stadium.
See, and why don't you like Wario Stadium? I like
boring.
Wario Stadium. No, it's not boring. I mean, I guess it's just as boring as Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road is good ambiance, though.
I guess for the thing with Wario Stadium, again, it's the first one I ever played, and maybe that's why I like it. I don't know. It's good. I like it. It's not. I can see your point. It's boring because there's not a lot going on. But for someone just learning how to play it, it was great. You had that one ramp where, like, if you hit somebody as they were going up,
bolt. Yep.
Or even just with like a red shell, they'd drop like a load of bricks down and have to go around and do the whole loop again, and so that would totally mess people up.
And the last one is Yoshi Valley, which we both said yay.
I like it. Yeah. Now with Yoshi Valley, when you would start, did you go to the left or go to the right? The left was where there was no railings. The left was quicker, but there was no railings and it was very narrow. The right was a safer path, but it took longer to get around.
Overall, I still like majority. I think there's only 2 levels I really don't like.
No, and I'm not going to skip them. Like, if I'm playing through that couple, I'll play them, obviously. Because there's really no bad courses in this.
No, there's not.
Any Mario Kart game, I've never had a bad time. There's only one. I take it back. There's one Mario Kart course that I hate. I'll do it, but I hate doing it, and it's the baby track on the Wii version. I think it's the Wii version.
No, the GameCube was just a giant circle.
But you go around like however many, like 12 times.
Yes, that's the GameCube.
Oh God, I hate it.
Baby Park.
Baby Park. Oh,
but it's not for you. It's for the kids.
But the kids love it.
The kids love it. You're gonna think about that every time you see the kids in a Mario game. Now you're gonna your kids are gonna select them. He's gonna hear, but the kids love us.
Yes. So we talked all about the amazing races, all the courses. We have not even touched on what, in my opinion, was just as important of a mode as the race.
Okay.
Battle mode in this was it's still, to this day, the best Mario Kart battle mode of any Mario Kart, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
And so battle mode, for those who maybe don't remember, is you pick your racer, you get the same racers, and they got these special battle courses where there's no start and end. They're just like giant sandbox courses, basically, where you go like maps. And it's you have 3 balloons tied to the back of your cart. Your goal is to use red shells or green shells or banana peels, whatever you got. And your goal is to take out everybody else. It's a free-for-all, and you got to hit the person 3 times to get them out of the match.
Not a lot of levels, though.
There's
only
4. There's 4 of them, and my favorite. I have 2 favorites, and then I have 2.
So you only like half of them.
I would only pick 2 of the 4 consistently.
Okay.
Can you guess which ones they are?
Skyscraper.
Nope. Hated that one with a fucking passion.
Big Donut.
Hated that one too. There it is.
Well, shit. I guess I don't know you.
Nope, you don't know me at all. So I love the block one, whatever it's called.
Block Fort.
Block Fort, because there's like 4 different like Lego forts,
yep.
And then the other one that
double
has
deck.
the double deck. It reminds me of like a tennis court for some reason. Because you couldn't fall off the edges. I hated it because I would always like fall off the edges on the donut one and the skyscraper, and every time you fail, you'd lose a balloon.
I would relate these to wrestling. Surprise.
Okay.
And the skyscraper reminded me of the Undertaker when he became the Undertaker. It was a skyscraper, so I thought that was funny. That's how I remembered it. And double deck. This is so freaking weird. Dusty Rhodes, when he was on commentary, I remember he once said, "What? How did he go?" I had it in my brain and it's not connecting to my mouth.
Okay.
Oh, double trouble bash at the beach bubble. That's a Dusty Rhodesism. So I double deck always reminded me of that. I always said about Dusty Rhodes when I played it.
Nice.
But these were great maps.
They were, and it was, again, you weren't trying to be the fastest. You were literally trying to, like, snipe people with the... Because I was pretty good. Like, the red shells were great because they were the homing shells. They would go right to you unless there was a wall. The green shells, like, once you got good with those, they're great because they don't go away after they bounce. And, like, you can hit people straight on for the most part. And, like, you can shotgun them. You can snipe them pretty easily. But you got to keep moving in that one. Like, you can't stop, because if you stop, you're done. Now, if I recall, they obviously took out a few of the power-ups, like some of the unnecessary ones, right? Like, there's no fake question mark, or maybe they were. I'm trying to think.
I think everything is in it. I don't think this blue shell.
There's no blue shell for sure. Lightning bolts. Was there a lightning bolt in the? I don't remember. I'd have to play. I wanted to play it before we started talking. I just figured I didn't need to because I knew everything, and now I'm forgetting. I know, obviously, red shells and green shells were, like, the big ones. Banana peels were good to put on, like, ramps and stuff. The star was great if you just wanted to go, like, Hulkamania on somebody. You know, you just run wild. And then, yeah, I'm sure there was, like I said, some other ones there. But, yeah, battle mode was amazing. That, I would say, we would have days where we didn't even touch Grand Prix or Versus. We would just do battle mode, if that's what we were feeling. That was, like, our thing. Because that was also the era of, like, GoldenEye and the multiplayer battles. And that was one where, like, I would be willing to sacrifice screen real estate to play 4 players because it was so much more fun the more racers you had, you know, on screen playing those versus, like, just a one-on-one battle mode.
The other thing I want to compliment this game on is the images, like the selection image of the level.
Yeah.
Gives you a really good, clear description of what you're going to race. Like, I'm looking at them right now. There's no level here that when you look at the image of the level, you go, gee, I wonder what I'm going to be doing.
Right.
Like, if it's just the regular racetrack, like Royal Raceway, Luigi's Mansion. Hello. You could tell that it is. Toad's Turnpike, you could clearly see that you're going with traffic. Rainbow Road, Banshee Boardwalk, which I really love too. Like, it's very good. And again, it sounds so generic to say now and silly, but at this time period, sometimes these games wouldn't have things like this.
No, and that's the thing is, like, we're looking at it now from a almost a 28-year-old lens, but like at the time, at the time, like, it was a big deal, and again, this was a game that was, they had a lot of challenges kind of getting it to 3D graphics for a racing game. Because, in the original, they just used the, Mode 7 technology to make you feel like you're racing, but you didn't ever feel like you were going very fast. So with this, where you're actually driving... Now, it's funny because the courses are very much 3D, but the characters themselves are flat.
Well, again, you're saying you're not going very fast. Well, in my Donkey Kong level, you go fast.
On your emulator. That's true, yeah that's real speed. So... But like I said, at the time, this was revolutionary. I mean, it really was, to the point where, again, there were so many copycats, and to this day, it is the, if not sole reason, it is the majority shareholder reason for kart games even still existing today and being made today. And every time a Mario Kart game comes out, that is the new bar by which all other kart games need to adhere to. And if they don't, no one's going to play it. There's a reason why Mario Kart 8 is one of, if not the highest selling game on the Nintendo Switch, and they brought it over from the Wii U, and it's like every generation that has every Mario Kart game is good. There's no bad Mario Kart games.
Well, wait. On consoles, I have not played any.
I haven't played the phone version. I tell you what,
I have actually.
Oh, you have, and you're not a fan?
No, it's fun for what it is. It's fun.
Okay.
But I'm talking about like the Game Boy, anything on the Game Boy or the DS.
Oh, I see. Like the Game Boy. Now, the Game Boy Advance one I heard is very similar to just like the Super Nintendo version, so it plays fine. The DS and 3DS I heard were actually really good, to the point where they ported the courses over to the newer Mario Kart 8, and it was good. I haven't played them, so yeah, I can't speak to them myself. You know what I do love though is, have you ever played the Mario Kart DX like arcade racing game?
Maybe.
That is a blast and a half. Let me tell you, dude. It is the coolest thing because it's all original Mario Kart courses, all original. I guess some of the characters are like ones that are in later Mario Kart games, but like the items, there's like special, like unique items that only exist in the arcade version. There's like something that's like a chili pepper, and like all these weird power-ups that are only exclusive to these courses. It's wild. I don't see how you could port it to home console with it being any good, unless I'm trying to remember if they brought courses over to it from, onto the Mario Kart 8, because that's what they did. It was all the DLC was all like extra courses that they pulled in from other versions of Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to remember if that was one of them. Either way, blast and a half. If you go to like a Dave & Buster's or whatever, they usually have a couple of those there, and it's a total blast.